Boop. Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time with Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Didn't we go to that party?
You did. Do you
And
remember what happened at
Merlwyb
the end of the
was...
party?
I don't remember much. I remember that Merlwyb was supremely unimpressed with us, and Radriar was supremely unimpressed with her.
Yeah, but you also passed out.
Oh yeah, we did get
I don't
drunk
remember
together.
anything.
Yeah, but
Did we get drunk and pass out? I don't
no,
remember.
we
no,
did.
you
No,
had
we
a...
didn't get drunk and pass out. I'm pretty sure we had a brain blast.
Oh! Rain Blast. I remember.
Yeah, you saw Cardinal, and it was terrifying. You saw a lot of like meteors and explosions happening. There's a big dragon in the center of it for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Grandpa died in that.
Yeah. You saw a bunch of dead bodies. You saw the
Nothing
defeating
new?
of the Garlean Legion. Anyway, both of you awaken at some point. You don't really know what day it is, but you're awake again. Looks like you're in a kind of an inn room, and you kind of see like Nipor just kind of sitting at the nearby, I say only table in the room. God, the inn rooms in Eorzea aren't really populated by much, are they? It's just you get a bed and a table and that's it,
I mean, that's all you need.
I guess. Anyway, Nipor kind of pipes up when she knows you two are awake. Oh, you two are finally awake. You know, I said you shouldn't make a scene at a party held in your honor, but you two really set the bar on that one, huh? I don't know if it's something that happens in Eldar or Gridania, but you're not really meant to pass out in front of our nation's leader. I would hope, like, it's considered rude.
I don't think we had much of a choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Kinda hit us with the bleh.
well, regardless, are you two feeling fine now? I should say I'm sorry about your head, Radriar. I
Ow.
couldn't really carry you, so I kind of had to
Okay.
drag you up the ramp.
My skull's this thick for a reason.
Oh, well, I kind of dropped you down the ramp and you started rolling and I had to... Hey, you feel fine, right?
Oh my god, he's so fucked up looking.
Yeah, well, it's just kind of unlucky. You kind of rolled into a fish cart, but it's... Ugh. You're fine. Just... By the way, Merlwyb wants you to again. I guess you haven't completely pissed her off. Just... Please don't try to pass out this time. I don't want to drag you back out. Once you two are suitably covered, Nipor kind of shoves you to go see Merlwyb. It's totally professional. She just doesn't want you to miss the meeting.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Anyway, it's her again. Hello. You go through the usual thing. She has her own little office up an elevator, so... It's one of those things where the elevator takes super long to kind of psych you out. It's kind of like an old, like, tactic that hopefully one of you picks up on.
When he gets... He's seen this so many times, by the time he gets to the top, he's half asleep.
Yeah, it's slow on purpose. Builds up
He's
the
just
stress.
He's just like, I'm bored.
Anyway, Merlwyb kind of motions you in. I looked at her office. She doesn't have chairs for people. She just forces her guests to stand, I guess.
I will stand, standing man emoji style.
Oh, you're power stancing. Are you two suitably recovered?
Yeah.
I am, at least. And Sour Cream sort of just looks up, and she's looking, like, sort of to the side of Radriar's cheek, where there is, like, a definite gash from the falling and the tumbling.
Well, full glad you two are both well enough. She kind of like gives a side-eyed glance at Radriar. Well enough state, anyhow.
Indeed.
It was
Is what he thinks. He goes, indeed.
it was kind of a big shock to see that both our guests of honor passed out at the feast dedicated to her honor.
It's happened a couple times lately.
Well, I do have a task for both of you from me.
Sure.
It won't be anything too strenuous, so whatever affliction availed you will hopefully not cause you to pass out again. It's been 5 years since Cardinal and the Calamity, and to that effect, she kind of holds out 2 letters, one to Radriar and one to Sour Creme. I have written a missive to my counterparts in Gridania and Ulda. And she kind of waits for both of you to, like, take it.
Thank you.
This is a very complicated map.
Yeah, I'll help.
Well,
Sour is twisting it every which way. She knows how to read maps well enough, like, sort of. But to this just looks like a complicated mechanism.
Well, thankfully, you won't have to. And she kind of slides one more thing in between the 2 of you. You know what this is, Radriar? This is an airship pass.
Yep.
A lot of merchants would kill for something like this.
Indeed. You can see he's about to make a joke about how, thank God I didn't have to, but then he just slams his teeth shut, remembering who he's talking to.
You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limza. But that is not my only reason for choosing the 2 of you. No, I chose both of you because I believe both of you possess a quality. Which reminds me of history's champions, a quality I feared lost since the Calamity. And she slides, like, an official-looking letter, like, kind of, you can tell, like, the Gridania-themed one to Sour Creme and the Ulda-themed one to, Radriar. Say that you perform this duty for me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Besides, I figured both of you would be happy seeing your homes again.
It's been a while. I really gotta get back for a bit.
Yes.
On behalf of Lim's Element Center people, I bid you go forth, adventurers. May the light of crystal guide you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. And she doesn't usher you out just in case you want to say something else, but she kind of... Clearly, this conversation her business conversation is over.
Oh, we are leaving.
Yep.
Alright.
Real quick half bow and...
Rain spanking new airship pass. You got lost for a bit, but you do find the airship landing. It's not really that busy. There's been a few cases of, you know, air traffic gets too big, then the Guardians start noticing, and then the mortars start coming out, and it's just not a good time for anybody.
Oh?
Yeah. That's why there's no airship, not too much airship travel. Because the Guardians notice, and when the Guardians notice, bad things happen.
Oh.
Yay, Garleans.
And, up in the airship landing, by the airship counter, you can see Dad in the background. The more I talk, the more I have to cough. Curse the sickness. You see, your old friend, Bataron.
My boy Barra.
And as soon as he sees Tsuki, he, like, walks up and he starts, like, clapping you both on the shoulders. I'm proud of you, lads. Thinking of how far you've come. It's this enough to bring a tear to my eye. And that ain't the ale talking. Oh, not just the ale at any rate. Of course, he kind of leans in. For the 2 of you, this is only the start. Now that you got your hands on an airship pass, the old of Eorzea is laid out for you, like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies.
Sour is squinting.
Pat's head, I'll tell you when you're older.
It's just a limited metaphor, lass. We have a lot of those here.
Ah.
Horny.
Anyway, it ain't all exploring and excitement, though. I'm sure both of you know the troubles that Ulda and Gridania face. They all have their own beastmen and primals. I have a feeling that there's something... There's bugger all out there that neither the two of you can't handle. Something tells me you're gonna be just fine. Pain. Anyway, it's a perfect time for adventurers like yourselves to get out there and make a difference. Also, Nightport told me that if you ever need her, she's attuned to any DF rights in any of the big 3 cities. So, good luck in your coming journey, friends, lads, lasses.
Let's go, Yoshi.
And he kind of like shoves you onto the nearest airship.
Oh God.
And you know where you're going first?
Ulda?
Nope, you're going to Tree Huggin' Land. You'd think you'd go
Okay,
to Ulda
yeah.
first.
Racism land. I don't want to go to racism land.
You'd think you would go to Ulda first, because I think Ulda is closer to Limsa on the map, but nope. I guess it makes more sense, because like Limsa's kind of like a straight shot to Gridania.
Raid quoting something he heard his dad say once, but they're racist.
Sour Cream having no idea what the problem is.
The Black Shroud, the ancient forest close to the heart of Eorzea. Beneath the boughs of its towering trees lies the woodland city-state of Gridania. Once a sanctuary from the world beyond the hedge, even the mighty elementals, eternal guardians of the forest, could not forestall the coming of the 7th Umbral era. However, the goddess Nofiko is never one to forsake her children, and today she welcomes 2 more brave souls, they who may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. May the matron take them to her bosom, that they may never want, and in their hearts sow serenity, purity, and sanctity.
Purity?
Well, Gridania is pretty pure.
That's right, sis!
I like it. It's pretty. Look at the stained glass.
Sour Cream confirmed racist.
Sour Cream doesn't really understand what race is at the moment. She just thinks people look.
People have their differences. Anyway,
Exactly, people look.
Both of you go up, and you see a familiar character. Hopefully.
Yes.
You?
Sour Cream has a room at this establishment that's almost like her apartment or living room that she was given when she wandered in Gridania to help her get settled.
And as soon as she sees you, she kind of waves both of you over. Welcome to the Carling Canopy, friends. You've made quite a name for yourself, haven't you? At times, I swear even the trees themselves whisper tales of your exploits. And I have to say, welcome home, Sour.
Thanks.
And she kind of nods to Radriar. Hello there, I'm the proprietor of this establishment. I am Mutter Mion, although most people just tend to call me, Mutter. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This
Hey,
is Radriar.
Have you traveled here long?
A few days. He likes money.
I think most people from
That's
Ulda
all
would.
she
She kind of gives the mutterly smile that I tolerate you because I love you kind of. You know the smile I'm talking about.
He also likes crawfish. No, not crawfish. The clams.
Well, I'm afraid we don't have any of that limousine fare here, but I'm sure we'll find something. Hey, Sour, why don't you go back to the Archers Guild? I'm sure Guildmaster Lucien would want to be appraised of your progress with the bow.
Oh,
I'll take care of your companion while you're gone.
Alright. Sour just immediately takes her mission and leaves.
And... Radriar, you get all of Mom's focus. So, you're her companion then. Is it alright if I asked you why you've accompanied her so far?
Why have I accompanied
Sour Creme.
Sour Cream? Mostly because I feel worried that if I let Sour out of my sight, she's gonna get hurt.
That's
And
fair.
also because it's been a while since you had a traveling companion that wasn't old and a merchant.
Ah, I see. Is it okay if I tell you a story?
Sure.
And she kind of pats the counter in front of her. Many years ago, when I was no taller than counter before us, a Lalafellin artisan and his daughter came here to the Twelveswood. I don't know the circumstances which brought them here, but the father was a man of few words. What I do know is that they left behind their home, traveling far and wide across the realm before settling on Gridania. The elementals cared little about the borders drawn by men. All who treat the forest with compassion are welcome within. Sadly, people in those times, and some would say these times, are quite not so understanding. The poor family endured name-calling, spiteful pranks, and worse. But my grandfather took pity on them, offering them shelter in this building. And in those days, she kind of motions to, like, the hustle and bustle of the Carlin canopy. If you would believe, this place was little more than a glorified storage cabin. And my grandfather minded the watermill, you see, as his father before him. It's a respected position here, and it gave us a certain status. But no, not many approved my grandfather defending the outsiders, but none dared give voice to their objections.
Yeah, well.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
We needed a new water wheel. So, my father... the father and my grandfather soon joined him in building it. And though not without hardships, the wheel eventually arose, and even today it stands as one of Gridania's greatest architectural achievements. And a very keystone of our livelihood. If you're not too much in a hurry, I would like to show it to you.
Out of character, are we really about to get the Lavender Bed side quest?
Nope, this isn't a Lavender Bed side quest. There is a point to this. Not really,
Okay.
but there is.
Let's go.
Alright, and she kind of puts up, like, the littlest, like, we'll be back in 10 minutes sign. It's literally just, like, a little... It's, like, from open to closed. And she kind of leads you, like, outside of Gridania's bounds, and she very much does, like, the, like, present motion. Let us look upon the water wheel of my tale. Behold the pride of our nation, Pagaga's gift. And you don't know anything about architecture, but this thing is massive.
Big.
Is she not magnificent? Countless times have I come here, yet each time I stand in awe of her sheer size and beauty. Knowing that it was born of a special bond between my grandfather and a Lalafellin builder elevates it to a special place in my heart. Would the day have lived to see it complete? You see, when the Lalafellin artisan finished his first draft of the mill, he suddenly took ill, and within a fortnight he passed. At first, there seemed no recourse but to abandon construction entirely. But then his daughter stepped forth, vowing that she would see her father's dream to fruition. But she never lifted a hammer in her life. Not letting this, deter her. She enrolled in the Carpenter's Guild, vowing to follow in her father's footsteps. People laughed, but in 5 years, she had mastered the skills that would take an ordinary carpenter a lifetime. In 10, she made her father's dream a reality. To think of the wonders she might still have wrought. Alas, not long after completing her gift to us, she succumbed to the same foul plague that took her father. Though she is with us no more, she remains an inspiration for the women of Gridania, myself first among them. It is here that, in front of their greatest accomplishment, I buried their ashes and I built a small monument to their memory. Anyway. And she kind of finally turns back, like, to you, and you can see her, like, she finally focuses on you for first time in, like, 10 minutes. Anyway, thank you for accompanying me today. Truly. I built the Carlin canopies, kind of to carry on the spirit that my grandfather showed his Lawfellan friends. The spirit of welcoming and acceptance for all who would seek shelter here, regardless of their origins. And it was that very same spirit that I came to devote my life to looking after those who would seek adventure. So it was that I came to stand behind that counter, and so it was that I met Sour Creme. In case you haven't realized yet, that isn't her real name. We found her wandering the forest covered in blood with all of her memories forgotten. I know you probably figured it out with... She doesn't really know anything, really.
There were some cues, yeah. But, hey, everybody's got to start somewhere.
True. If I could, I would have kept her here in Gridania until she learned more of the world. But she was suffused with enough Dark Aether to rival the strongest of Void Sense, according to the Elder Seedseer. Believe it or not, it was enough that the elementals wanted her dead, scared she would throw off the balance of the forest. But me and Guildmaster Lucien and the Elder Seedseer, we conspired to send her away in hopes the Dark Aether would eventually fade. And it has.
Oh.
I know I've taken up too much of your time, but can I burden you with one last request?
Certainly.
Please keep watching over her.
Will do.
While I would want nothing more than to stand by her side while she relearns a world that she has forgotten. It isn't really my place. He gives you like a tired smile. The most I can do is ensure she always has a home she can come back to. And please don't tell her about what the elementals wanted. Best if she still thinks of this place as a home, yes?
I will not. You have
Thank
my
you.
word on that.
Thank you. You better go find her. And she kind of turns back to the wheel. I'm gonna stay here for a bit longer, but give her my regards, yes?
Roger that. Will do.
And you kind of leave Mione to watching her little water wheel, and you see her like kind of praying to like a little... It's not a big memorial, but it's kind of just a small like wooden slab over like a little mound. Anyway, what has Sour Cream been doing in Gridania by herself this entire time?
Sour Cream went to the Archers Guild, where she talked to Silver and Leia. Or Lay. I think her name's just Lay, not Leia.
I think her name's just Lay, yeah.
Yeah, her name's just Lay. She's been talking to those two and visiting, Lucien.
Anyway,
Silver is good for Silver.
Yeah.
And Lay's doing okay.
It is this scene that you walk in on the Archers Guild. You see kind of Sour just commiserating with an Elizin and a Mikote, while another Elizin is kind of like not far away, but she's kind of instructing like a few. You can clearly tell they're like archer recruits. but she's still keeping an eye on Sour Cream.
Cool.
And, like, the elephant talking to Sour Cream kind of notices you and scoffs and walks away.
Dick.
Yeah, dude's a cunt.
He really is. God, he's just the worst.
Wow, what a dick!
Yeah, he was worse.
As he walks by, Ray just kind of calls it.
He kind of, like, he gives you a side eye as he walks by, and you clearly hear him mutter, like, something to the tune of grumble grumble outsiders as he walks out of the guild.
Mom and Pa told me to watch out for them racists.
Watch out for them Elizons. They're weird.
Oh God, is Ray going to have Ellison racism? I've already passed that on to the raid in the game.
Yeah, are you two ready to meet the Elder Seats here?
Sure.
Sure.
Alright.
Does Ray know enough of like Gridanian stuff to? I think he does. To know not to piss off the Elder Seats here.
You know that the Elder Seats here is kind of just... She's known as, like, the most, like, probably the wisest of the 3 city-state leaders. So,
That's just not true at all.
yeah, but, you can probably get away with a little bit, but you still know to show respect to her.
Got it. Good. He's not a total idiot. Excellent.
And anyway, you get waved into the little grove that they have, which is really weird. It's weird, they just have a
I
little
like
grove.
it.
Hello, and, both of you can... Pain. Both of you are met with the Elder Seats here. And she kind of waves you in. Please, allow me to introduce myself. I am Connie Senna, Elder Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder. I'm already familiar with her, but what is your name, good sir?
Radriar Telioros, my lady. He gives her like the half like merchant bow.
Radriar, I'll remember it. And she kind of focuses her attention to Sour Cream. Yes, Sour Cream, I believe you've named yourself. Have you made any progress with your affliction?
I think.
Well, any progress is...
I've learned what oranges are, and I heard a voice once say I'm sorry. Nothing else.
Curious. Well, she kind of... You notice she kind of has a fruit basket towards you, and she... behind her on the table, and she kind of flicks an orange at you. Here, show me what you've learned. I'm curious.
You can peel them. And she goes through the very invested talk while peeling it. You can peel it, and then it breaks apart in your hands.
If he gets the eye contact with Connie Senna, he's gonna kind of like mouth to her like, I'm working on money next. Like...
And if you eat the rind, it does not taste good.
Well, I'm proud that you've learned so much so fast. And, well, from most people would probably count as sarcasm, you can tell, like, she's being 100% genuine about being proud of you knowing how to peel an orange.
She's so happy.
Anyway, I believe both of you had a message for me.
Wait, we both did? I thought we each got one individual one for...
Yeah.
This is...
Sour gives her letter.
Oh, yeah.
She's being general, but yes.
Ah, yeah.
She unfurls it. A remembrance service for the fallen of Cardinal. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. Rager, I'm curious. Sour Cream doesn't know where she was during Bloody Cardinal, but where were you and your family?
I was lucky enough to be significantly out of the strike zone, but my father was on a caravan from Alamigo and saw the edge of the explosion.
Well, it seemed like only yesterday that the Garleans attempted to seize all that we hold dear. If only they didn't bring down Dalamud. We tried to stop it, well, one of us did. But it continued its descent, and from there Bahamut proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea.
Yes.
It has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds, but if the Garleans are coming back, we need to stand united once more.
You seem kind of like pensive looking like Garleans.
I'll let you know now that the Garleans haven't made any overt moves from our border with Alamigo.
Good.
I feel that they're... well... from our intelligence, the Chancellor of Alamigo is... a character.
Aren't they all?
A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania.
Excellent.
You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, the two of you, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not?
Yep, it'll be good to be home.
Please send the Flame General my regards, and if you would be so kind. I should appreciate if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel. I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. And she kind of bows to two of you. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond.
Also to you? Is that the right response?
It'll do. And she kind of looks at Sour Creme. And Sour Creme. And know that Gridania will always be open to you. I hope that whatever memories you may find, I hope you will still see Gridania as your home regardless.
Yes, thank you.
And you see, this tall Elzen dude kind of usher you out away from, the Elder Seed to your presence. And, you know where you're going next?
Ul'dah.
It's Ul'dah time! The land of...
He goes
not
around
racist,
and reassures.
They're just very classist.
The night we leave, he makes sure to go around and let everybody know he's gonna keep an eye on her.
Alright, you
He has a
tell
feeling she has a lot of people.
a very large group of people that you'll try to make sure she does not get swindled.
Perks are going with a merchant. I will always know when they're trying to swindle us. And then
Here we go.
Legs.
You're back home, anyway, deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name? Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nadfall maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present offers two brave souls. Those whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm. May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For it is by fire we are reborn. Anyway, as both of you leave, like, the airship area of Ul'dah, both of you kind of hear, like, a tiny voice, like, trying to call out to Radriar specifically. It doesn't sound like it's far away, it sounds like it's coming from below you.
Oh. He looks
That's
down.
not very far down for me.
You look down and you see the first Lalafell you were ever gonna talk to.
Yes.
Ah, Radriar, it seems my prayers for your good health has been answered. This is Lalyra. This is your childhood friend, Radriar. You don't know what her
Lyra.
family's like, and she has a habit of vanishing, but she's your friend.
Hey, Lyra, how are you?
I'm good. How was visiting Limsa Laminsa in Gridania?
Limsa was interesting as usual. It's never not been, you know, a little weird there. And he kind of gives like a little grimace, but he's like, yeah, but the food's always good. Gridanians are Gridanians. They're fun. They were fine. I got to meet Connie Senna. She was cool.
Yeah, she is rather nice, isn't she?
Yeah, and then there was another dude who tried to be a racist to me, and I didn't enjoy that. But, you know, these things happen. I like to imagine Raid has even now has no fucking clue who that really is.
No, I fully believe that neither do you have any idea of who she actually is.
Exactly.
So
like,
very, very strange.
And you just never put the pieces together.
How have you been since I've been gone?
Oh, I've been, you see her, like, visibly struggling. You know, I've been helping my father with mercantile efforts.
Oh, what sort of returns have you been getting?
Uh...
He immediately goes into, like, finance mode. Like, crypto bro finance mode.
Sour Cream, you see, like, this little Lalafell struggling more than you would think she would. She sees an opening. And who are you? My name's Lalyra. I'm a merchant's daughter. And you are?
Hello, it is nice to meet you. And she puts out her hand to shake.
Like, you see her staring at the hand for, like, a bit longer than you would think, but you see her reach out and shake it. Yes, this is a handshake, isn't it? It's nice to meet you, too.
I am Sour Cream. Hello, Lalyra.
Neither of you are letting go.
I had a feeling you guys would get along. He's completely oblivious.
They just keep
Also,
shaking.
this is Raid the moment anything like money related is mentioned.
Like, you hear, like, Lalyra whisper to you, I don't suppose you know when we're supposed to stop, yes?
I've always let the other person do it first.
He's sitting there just like, man, I'm glad my friends are getting along. The little bit of the old himbo creeping in.
It's like, alright, I'll let go in 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
She doesn't.
1, 2... She's confused.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my
And she finally lets go.
Sour Cream lets go and slowly, like, bends back up.
A powerful friendship handshake. I'm very impressed by it. Man, my friends are such good friends.
Anyway, right away, Radriar, I think your parents want you to visit them. You should probably check in on them. Hey, don't worry, Robon wouldn't mind waiting for a little bit.
Are they okay?
Yeah, they're fine. They miss you. You haven't really kept up in writing to them, have you?
I did my best.
Hmm.
It's hard to do that on the road, okay? Not like we have a reliable long distance contact system.
Well, if only we had some form of communication, but...
Indeed. Yep, but I'll go say hi to them. I'll introduce Sour Cream to them later. They'll be happy to meet her. Cream, are you gonna be okay with Lyra?
Yes. I
All
believe
right.
so.
I really wouldn't do that. You should introduce your traveling companion to your friends. And you see, like, Lalyra, like, perk up. Anyway, Radriar, you're gonna have to cover for me again. Okay, bye. And, like, you see her, like, peek around the corner and start, like, running really, really fucking fast, like, away.
I find it fascinating that Lalafell's knees never move the faster they go.
It's sort of a... How do I determine his high speed, like, They activate like a little motor in there, is my understanding of their biology.
Hmm.
Kind of cool when you think about it.
Anyway, as she runs off, you see, like, another Lullaby who looks like much more extravagantly dressed than Lyra was. He has a sick mustache, too. Radriar, you're
Oh.
back. Do you know where her, Lyra is? She's supposed to be back. Her father's, calling for her.
Last I saw, and he points back the way he came from. We talked for a couple minutes, and then she headed off that way, but that was a couple minutes ago.
Alright. Thank you, Radriar.
No
I thought
problem.
we talked to her about this.
Hey, she's a free spirit. You gotta give her some space, man. Completely oblivious.
No, it wouldn't do for her Lyra to keep running off like this. And you see him, like, get his composure back and run off.
Fair enough. Good luck. That'll buy
They
her
must
some
be
time.
good friends.
And then he begins walking with sour cream.
Anyway, I don't have a good thing for this. Radriar, I assume that your father has an office somewhere. Or a house, either or. You can go ahead and describe it, and while you're at it, describe your parents for Sour.
So, his dad has this. You didn't think Alra could grow beards this thick? It's like the biggest, like, bushiest, stark white beard you've ever seen. And he's just, he gives off a Santa Claus vibe with, like, cherry red skin and the same sort of white horns that Raid has. And he looks very jovial. Like, very chilled out. And almost a head shorter than Raid. Standing next to him is this 7-foot-tall Amazonian woman in monk's gear.
Oh.
That is clearly where Raid gets his physique, like the limbness from, and his height, because she is also a good head height above her husband with like sort of lighter, like golden brown hair. And she has, instead of the white horns, she has the same cherry red skin, but instead of the white horns, she has silver horns.
Sour looks at her. This is the first time she has seen an aura woman outside of herself, and then looks back at herself and just, am I short?
A little
Am I
bit.
short?
She
Well,
kind of
that-
smiles at you. No, you're about average for female auras. God, I have to lean into something. Howdy, y'all. It's your old pal Bubba J talking it. Okay. Howdy, y'all. So, you're the last who's traveling with my boy.
How does she know?
No, this
Look,
is the
I-
man talking.
How does
It's
she
your old
know?
pal. It's your old pal Bubba J here.
God, I have to do in character. I have to do character lines.
You don't have to do that voice if you don't want to. It's just what I imagine he sounds like.
Speaking of Radriar, and he kind of like motions with his hand. He'll help your mom. She said she wants to spar with you.
Hey mom, I'm really tired from the
You
trip.
see the female aura grab Radriar by his collar and drag him outside.
Oh, god damn it. Go, have fun.
The dude's leaning back in the chair, like, he leans forward, fingers laced in each other. Well, lass, if you don't mind me asking, why are you hanging around my boy?
Oh, Sour Cream has a visible loading moment. She thinks, what? I don't know. I've sort of just been tagging along, and then one thing led to another. And then we had a mission from the leader, I believe, of Nipsilomitsa.
Yep.
And now I am
Marwabib?
here.
Ah, Admiral Marwabib, I'm familiar. Well, he kind of leans in even closer. Between you and me, he's whispering now. The boy's cornbread ain't quite done in the middle, if you know what I'm saying.
Jesus
Yeah.
Dad? What the fuck?
Hold on, give me a minute. I have to look for a very specific
Oh
meme
my
for
God.
sour cream.
Dad, I didn't know Dad hates me. I don't know why it was so fucking funny to me. Cornbread ain't quite. I think it's just because it's exactly what Bubba J would say. Now, if you listen to me, that boy's cornbread ain't quite cooked in the middle, but you know that doesn't worry us here at all Bubba J Industries.
Sour cream goes, so it's like that. Oh, I get that.
I don't know if you noticed, but the boy's fit to be tied whenever the Garleans get mentioned.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sometimes I wonder if he
Yeah.
takes the occupation of Alamigo more seriously than I do. Now, he kind of like slaps his knees. I don't know what your story is, and I don't know it's my place to pry. But my boy's my boy, but from the father of a boy who... Yeah, I have to redo this. But from the father of a boy who's a few screws short of having any screws. Will you be able to keep watching him? Just
So I
accompany
should
him
look
for a
after
little
him.
bit. Yes.
Oh, just keep him company? Okay.
Yes.
I can do that.
Keep him on the straight and narrow, as it were.
Straight and narrow. Okay.
Not to say that...
She's taking this all literally, and he does not realize this.
Not that the boy doesn't have any sense to him. Not full of him. But, he couldn't navigate out of a wet sack, if you know what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
I don't know. He's very into money. He talks a lot, very passionately about numbers.
He is smart in the mercantile sense, but... Anyway, I appreciate it. Now then, I'll get us some food for when they get back. Y'all deserve an old cooked meal while you're staying here. And, I assume at this point, Radriar gets dragged back in. And both of you kinda...
Sour
Yeah.
Cream looks over to Radriar without saying anything and just asks very, very quietly under her breath, "What is cornbread?"
Literally what it sounds like.
Okay.
Bread means corn.
Okay.
He's very confused as to why she's just asked him this.
Anyway, y'all have a nice old cooked meal with, believe it or not, cornbread. It's not quite done. It could have used 5 more minutes in the oven. Alright, are you ready to meet Raban?
Yeah.
The general.
The bowl of Alamigo himself.
I
And,
love the general.
you know your way around, and soon enough, you're in front of... You know this room. It's kind of like the conference room for, like, the Syndicate.
My hero.
You've never been in here before, so it's a new experience for both of you.
A fancy room.
Ah,
It's
the
very dry.
Yeah.
This man is very large, Sour Cream.
Oh.
And he's covered in more scars than you've ever seen anybody covered in scars.
Sour Cream, up until recently, just thought the Elizin were just like the biggest people around, and then she started meeting very large people.
Raban's fucking huge. He's
Raid's
huge and
fanboying a
wide.
bit. This is his hero.
Ah, the guest from Limsa. Radriar, I thought that was you. How's your father?
Good as ever, sir. And he gives him like the. Does he do the handshake or does he just do like the nod?
Would you do the salute? Do you know the
He would.
salute?
Oh yeah, he would do the flame salute.
You're not even part of my flames. You don't need to do that.
Seems like just show the respect, sir.
And you, lass? Your name?
Sour cream.
Sour cream. Well then, I welcome you to the Sultanate of Ulda. I am Rabban Aldin, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities. Come, let us talk.
Yes, sir.
I believe you have something for me, Radriar?
Yep, direct from Connie Center herself. And he hands it over immediately.
Direct from Merwabib. You got a verbal message from Kani-sana, but you got a written message from Merwabib.
Yep. Oh, fucking.
Hmm.
Oh, from the written message was from
Merwabib, yes. It's about
Merwabib.
about Cardinal, but Kani-sana was about the wolf.
Yep. Lady, and I mentioned the wolf first because it was the most recently relayed to me and because it sounded a little more serious.
Mm.
And then he hands over his... Well, he kind of does it as he's handing over the note.
I don't think I've ever seen a wolf in Gridania's woods.
They're probably out there. I mean...
There.
Big... There. Trust me, I've wrestled with you.
If you believe it or not, they took a big bite out of Gridania. Well, Connie's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she sure already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago.
Dude.
No sooner had they learned how to use magic yet than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zos Galvis, they swiftly brought the other nations of Isilbard to heel. And so the Legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing and he has no clear successor. Like it or not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. The 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gaius von Valsir, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many before us. Not just us, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. We are a realm divided, an alliance in name only.
Or if I may ask, how'd that come to be? It seemed you guys were doing quite well.
And he kind of looks at you and just says, Artanel. Like it or not, we lost most of our military power in Cardinal. Consequence of bringing our might to bear against the Garlean Empire. If I remember correctly, Limsa Lominsa lost most of its armada. The legions of Ulda and Gridania were scythed by Bahamut. But a wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garlean stir and the Elder Seer will not let it go unnoticed. And we must stand united once more. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merwabit will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen, and we will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. The Admiral will have him reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurers. He kind of nods, and you see him, like, stalk off, and I'll inform, Ultima herself. That is, if you haven't told her already, Radriar.
Eh?
I didn't know you knew the Sultana.
I didn't know either.
Oh.
What? He's like very confused now.
So your father was right. Alright, forget I mentioned
What?
anything. I'll tell her myself.
Damn, your father was right. You are stupid. Oh,
He
God.
kind of gives a nod to both of you and walks away.
Oh God, why does Dad hate me?
But both of you are cut loose for the first time in forever, up until the next plot point hits you. But I assume both of you kind of just fuck around Alda for a little bit.
Radriar fucks around to go find a good therapist. God damn. Seems like my dad doesn't respect me. He just tells everybody I'm stupid. Like,
I mean, he respects you, but he is very honest about you.
Christ.
He respects you in a mercantile sense. He knows you're smart about money. He just doesn't mince words when it comes to everything else.
Fair enough.
Okay, both of you kind of wander around Alda for a little bit because both of you just kind of have a feeling that something's gonna grab your attention if you just walk around for 5 minutes.
Ooh, threatening.
And you're right. You see a random flame run up to you.
Oh shit.
My lady and my lord envoys. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant?
Yep, as always. Sour, any complaints?
Dry.
It is the desert.
Well, there are 1,000,001 different, I believe they call them sunblocks, in all the markets. With Lord Radriar next to you, I'm sure you'll find something to your liking.
I've been standing in his shadow.
Now, if you do not mind me asking, he brushes past that sentence. Do you perchance have plans to visit Limbs and Laments in the near future?
Probably. I haven't completed my mercantile business there yet, so.
Well,
Don't we
I
have to go back there to say we completed our mission, or is
Yeah,
that not?
probably. We should at least do the respect of doing it anyway. You know, always good. Always pays to be polite.
Okay.
Then I have interest. I may be an interest to you. I'm sure you're familiar with Baderon. He's the proprietor of the Drowning Wench.
Oh yeah.
Well, the
Love
man
that
has
guy.
just sent word that he has a job for a capable adventurer, and I can think of none with better credentials than two of you.
I assume paying.
As always.
Excellent. All right, Tara, you ready to go earn money?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we'll make a merchant out of you yet.
Woo! Back to Limbs Elements. Do you have any last minute business in Aldal you want to get a fan of?
He-
You
gonna try to-
have Sour walk through the markets by yourself.
No, I definitely accompanies Sour through Ulda, and he gives her the basic, you know, don't let anybody touch you in case you're getting pickpocketed. Always haggle upwards. If they're saying it's worth something, it's worth half. Stuff like that.
All right, and to see if like some of the lessons stick, you point to like Sour Cream to one of your merchant friends and tell her, "Look, that man's easy. Just try to haggle him down. He's one of my friends. He'll treat you well. Just say you want like sunblock or something."
I want sunblock.
All right, sure. For a lass like you, 150 gil.
No. 100.
I'm all right.
140?
No. 100.
Ah, you drive a hard bargain. 130.
No. 90.
Remember the strategies. Yeah, exactly. He's like in the background, like coaching her.
Hmm.
Right,
Well-
and then,
I respect that I respect that spirit of yours. Sure, 90, and he takes his hand out for a handshake.
She looks back at Radriar like, is this the no touching thing?
And he looks at her and he's like, no, this is the complete the deal thing from earlier.
Okay. She shakes hands for sunblock.
Alright, 90 gil. And he hands you the sunblock. What do you do with it?
I have sunblock. This will be a tool that will come in handy for later.
As, like, Sour Cream's on examining sunblock, the merchant kind of leans towards Radriar, so that's one of your friends?
Yeah,
Mm.
well, I'm working on it.
I was nice to her now, but you better let her know that I normally wouldn't let something like that fly if you weren't here.
I'm trying to teach her how to negotiate better because, you know, olda.
Olda, doobie, olda.
I don't want her to get swindled. She was nice to me. Not a lot of people are.
Well, that's olda for you. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and goes back to, like, hawking his wares.
No, he slips him the extra, like, 30 gil on his way past as a thank you.
Thanks,
Fucked
lad.
up.
he nods you away.
I will
Anyway, are you
teach
guys
you
ready to
the-
go back to Lim's Elementa?
Yeah.
Yep. I will teach you to be a crypto baron before the year is out, Sour Cream.
Ah, yes,
Remember?
the GPUs.
Always on the grind set.
I do enjoy playing Sour Cream, if only for her very, like, monotone. No.
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 Hey, it's Batteron! Woohoo! It's him again.
Yay!
Yeah.
Love that guy. He gives me money.
Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, mates. I'll be with you. Ah, well, if it ain't the venturing duo Sour and Raid. I was told some distinguished venturers might be reporting for duty. Fancy that
Me?
venture being you, eh?
Just got done on our mission and we decided to make some more gil.
Well, this one will be right quick, but I'll send someone off to inform the Admiral that you fulfilled her duty. I'll get your pay ready, but until then, word has it that some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of Satasha's Seagrot. And I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know, but since I'm nasty business over in Swiftbirch, folk have been a bit uneasy.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Well, I say
Roger
a
that.
bit, but...
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Cool, and, like... Batteron starts telling you a bit more details before someone walks in with, like, kind of an assertive gait and leans against the counter. I could take it over from here, Batteron. Welcome back, you two. I'm glad to see both of you hale and hearty. I was visiting home.
Why is she so pissed off looking? She's like, why did you guys take so long?
He's mad at us, damn.
She's mad at something, but not specifically at you two.
I was gonna be like, I didn't think we fucked up that bad. It was.
This is
fun
Sniper's
as
resting
always.
bitch face coming in.
It was always fun to visit home. Gridania was. Gridania.
Ulda is very dry.
I don't have any prejudice against Ulda myself, and I haven't been back in Gridania since. Anyway. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. The information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of Yellow Jackets had completed a routine patrol of the region, Natasha Seagrot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Carls have taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern Liv's Elements as a whole. Sour Cream, do you know what a Carl is? Carl.
Coral? I mean, that's sort of a wolf. That's sort of a wolf. It's wolf adjacent, but it's not a wolf.
Breaker,
And
do you know what a Carl is?
she's
Yeah.
never been outside of the forest, so she
It-
definitely does not know.
His mom was a member of the choral school, so.
If you don't know what a Carl is, it's a big... Think of it as a really big, angry electric cat.
Oh?
Anyhow.
Not even like a nice wildcat, like house cat levels of angry.
Yes. In light of recent developments, it would seem the Yellow Jackets wish to search Satasha again. But the Sahagin are attacking our fortifications daily, and they don't have enough soldiers to spare. As it is, the task then fell to the Arcanist Guild. You see her face pinch just a little bit more. Or more specifically, Guildmaster Eorzea is what I would say if he didn't vanish again. And he took Forestier Kalia with him. So, then the task fell to acting Guildmaster, Ubergeem. And she can't do it, so she left it to me.
Wow, they just sat you at the bottom of the shit pile, huh?
Well, I'm the librarian at Guild, so I try to help where I can, but mostly that just means I end up doing a little bit of everything.
Fair enough.
Anyhow, first I sought the services of some competent adventurers to help conduct an investigation. As soon as she says those words, you see like a group of 3 like get up from a table and like run off.
Oh.
Anyway, are you guys ready to go?
Looks
I suppose
over
you
at
have any-
Tower. We good?
I guess.
Let's
Battleron
go.
gets your attention and passes you both a bucket of clams.
Yeah.
Clams to the road, lads.
No.
No, both buckets are for Radriar. For you, Sour Creme, I have. He takes out a crate of oranges. But like a small crate.
Okay.
Oh, nom nom nom.
Would you like something else, lass? I can get you something else real quick.
No, you're not gonna have anything.
More butter.
You see Battleron like full on chuck a whole stick of butter into a bucket. There you go, lad. Least I can do for Lim's heroes. Well, hang on. Battleron like goes back into the kitchens and brings out like it's just a sandwich. Here we go, a Bismarck special.
Sammy.
He
No,
gives
she
it to
took
Sam.
that.
Gives it to Sour
Sorry,
Cream.
Sammy.
Yeah. That's
Sammy
for
good.
her.
Sammy good.
No, that's what he's like telling her like eat the sandwich, Sammy good.
Sammy good.
Ah, so you know what a sandwich is. Good.
Everybody think Ray's stupid.
I was referring more to Sour Cream.
Oh.
Now we
I'm
know
a-
Raid's stupid.
Yeah, I got a complex now. Like I'm sad.
The Satasha Sigurd. Boop. Alright, you see
Alright.
2 other groups of adventurers sitting in the grotto entrance. There's... You see a pair of Elizin, one young woman and a much older man. This dude's like really old. Like, I'm not talking JRPG old, like he's 30. No, this dude's proper old. He looks like
Real life old.
he looks real life old. And another group of 4. There's an Elizin, 2 Hears, and a Lalafell. And in the group of 4, the other 3 members seem to be berating the Hirion woman. Like, they're really leaning into her. But you've caught the attention of the group of 2, who now seem to be waving you over. Do you approach?
Yep. Oh wait, do we? Are we good?
I
you
mean,
wanna talk to them?
Sour would just follow.
Let's go.
Ah, fellow adventurers. You 2 here to unravel the mysteries of Satasha?
Apparently.
Well, me and my granddaughter are just trying to explore. We hear that the Satasha secrets are great for sightseeing. See, it's the splendor and beauty of Eorzea that drives me forward. Though it's just me and my granddaughter and I on the road. And, like, the granddaughter kind of pops up here. Ah, hello, my name is Allie Ann, and my grandfather's I never had to pronounce this. Isildar. There we go. We travel where the winds take us, though only an adventurer can understand the joy of such freedom. We're not really in it for the attainment of riches or fame. Though you hear, like, the arguing from the second group getting louder. Though that is a lesson learned through experience. Evidently, experience that group doesn't have just yet. From both of you can kind of overhear this argument. From what you hear, they're all kind of, like, bearing into the Hurian woman, who, I think her name is Etta. You'd think you picked that up. Evidently, they sent Etta on a potion run, and she bought, like, 2 potions for, like, the amount of gil they got her, which, to you, Radriar, that sounds reasonable. Like, it looks like they didn't send her much of anyway, and it's kind of... Well, she had enough for 1, but she brought back 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's starting to get a bit mean.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Hey!
Nipor kind of comes back. Huh, are you two ready to venture into the Sea Grot?
I'm ready.
Mm.
Sour?
Okay.
Let's go!
And you see, like, Nipor kind of side-eye the people berating them before kind of just... You see, like, Nipor mentally, like, just write them off before walking on.
Weird guys.
They seem mean.
Yeah.
Well, if it'll become our problem, we'll deal with it later. For now, let's focus on our mission.